and the classic Sonic trilogy. And here I am hosting for the next couple of runs here. But before we get to that, I just want to talk about the charity real quick. So, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention was established in 1987. They are a voluntary health organization that gives those affected by suicide a nationwide community empowered by research, education, and advocacy to take action against the leading cause of death. AFSP is dedicated to saving lives and bringing hope to those affected by suicide, including those who have experienced a loss. To learn more about the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, visit afsp.org. So we have already raised $1,957.18. We're getting very close to the $2,000 mark. But with that being said, we're going to send it over to FawkesRocks, who is running Sonic CD Restored with Amy. Take it away.
Thank you so much. Yes, my name is FawkesRocks. This is Sonic CD Restored. So this is a fan restoration of the 2011 re-release by Christian Whitehead that brings a lot of the tricks, bug fixes, speedrun routes, and things from just general quirks from the 1993 Sega CD original into the modern era. And along with that, we have brand new characters. We have that you may recognize from Sonic Origins Plus. We have Amy and we have Knuckles, but this is not any version of Amy. This is a fully custom version of Amy with fan-made sprites and a unique new set using the Sonic CD style spin dash and a double jump. So yeah, this is a lot of fun, very unique compared to any other version of CD out there. And yeah, if the host could give me a countdown.
You got it.
Oh yeah, go for it. Oh yeah, I'm not the host. What am I doing?
Oh, you're good. I mean, you're the man behind the scenes. So, but anyways, with that being said, I'll give you a countdown here, and we will go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty, we are gonna skip the opening cutscene here. And head into Palm Tree Panic 1. We're going to start off with a CD90 trick here called 3D Ramp Jump that allows us to manage our height a little bit, get down towards these speed shoes just a little bit quicker. Use these speed shoes to navigate over this log, bounce off some badniks, and get past this loop and get here with a 2290. That is a very, very good time for starting off here in Palm Tree Panic 1. That is going to be a theme throughout this run. All of these stages are very, very quick. And most of them, except for 3 or 4, can be the boss acts can be beaten in under 30 seconds, and every single stage can be beaten in, except those 4, can be beaten in under a minute. Just really goes to show, you know, how just the absolute insanity and just love and care, and this is what Sonic is, and this is what speedrunning is, and that's why I love this game. It shows the spirit and the clean just movement. There's very little RNG in this run. That's why I love it, because it is just the pure essence of speedrunning, and just like how this marathon is the pure essence of, you know, coming together as a community to support a greater cause. And with that, we are heading into Palm Tree Panic 3. This is going to be our first boss act. We're going to jump up on this hill and meet HVC001, who does not have invincibility frames. So the boss is defeated nearly instantly. And fun fact, that boss is actually a reference to the serial number for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, just another one of those Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Indeed. I'm all for that.
Alrighty, we are heading into the next zone. This is going to be Collision Chaos. We are Amy. So ironically enough, we don't have a Metal Sonic to contend with. But what we do have is we do have these lovely speed shoes that are going to help us navigate through some half pipes and loops and tubes and such. We're going to use this bumper, get up all the way over here. We're going to Roll through. I don't think we're gonna make it. We will see. Nope, we're not, and that's all right. That is one of the other things I absolutely love about CDR and CD in general, but CDR just generally exemplifies it, is that we have backups upon backups. If the game doesn't want to cooperate with us, if, you know, something goes wrong, we mess something up, that's okay. There is always another way, and that's what makes every single run of this unique, because even for our standard routes, every runner will do things differently. Um, that's not something you see with every speed game. So this is Collision Chaos Act 2, and we're gonna see another common theme. Getting up on the ceiling, we're gonna get up here, do a spin dash. We're gonna hold right to bounce off of that badnik. Tap left here to land on that upper platform. Grab these speed shoes, and remember what I just said 30 seconds ago about getting on the ceiling? Yeah, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna use this flipper, get up here, and do a trick called QRJs. Well, if I, basically, it's a matter of how many of those roofs can we get on top of. Typically we try to aim for 4 or 5, depending on the character, and if you're lucky and you're playing Tails, you can just fly over all of them. Unfortunately, got a little unlucky there, missed time to jump, and only got 2 of those roofs, but still very fun. And that will not be the last of roof jumping. So we're gonna get here to the hardest boss in the game, and so to deal with it, we're just gonna skip it.
Hardest
By
boss
jumping
ever.
over. Hardest boss, I know, that took 3-4 seconds. I love doing that. I do it every single time. It's so fun because you're just like, it is literally, if you're playing casually, this is such a difficult boss because it's full of RNG. It is difficult if you're a casual player or a hardcore player, so I'm so glad we get to skip it. But what we're actually, speaking of things that people don't like in Sonic games, it's a water level. Tidal Tempest. Fun fact, me falling through the ceiling there, that is dev intended. That's not something that many people expect. It seems like one of those things that would be some sort of oversight, but not. Yeah, it is a completely dev intended shortcut. Very fun. And this is another example of what makes CDR unique. Something that you would see compared to a 2011 run is we would not time travel as much. And you may be noticing, man, these time travels are really fast. Where's the weird cutscene in the middle? And that's a good point, because one of the other restorations in CDR is instant time travel via time travel overhaul, which basically what it is these instant time travels are based off of the original sketches by Naoto Oshima, and how they wanted the game to run back in 1993, but unfortunately the hardware back then just wasn't able to load the data that fast. But we've basically made the developer's dream come to life. It allows us to do some things that we wouldn't normally be able to do in a vanilla version of CD. So we're going to get up here now that we're in the past. We're going to actually intentionally get hit by this dragonfly. Try to jump a spin dash. Grab that generator. Get up here and spin dash to the goal sign.
Made a good future there too.
Yep. There'll be one other act that we'll be making a good future in. But before we get to that, we're going to get to Tidal Tempest 3. This level is not super complicated. We're just going to roll into Eggman a handful of times. What I will note, though, is that for this boss, there is a quick kill method for every character that vary in difficulty, from everybody being jealous of Tails, who just swims on top of Eggman, to some more tricky, more time-dependent things from the other characters. Knuckles especially being very difficult. So we're gonna watch Jim Carrey's bubbles here to line up our timing and bounce off of his head.
Wow, that is a pretty neat quick kill there.
Yeah, every character is unique. Knuckles and Sonic have bubble trick, like I mentioned. Tails has I just swim in place. But yeah, I just love the goofiness of seeing the mouth open sprite with Amy. and seeing that. So I'm actually paused there on purpose, because that is to make sure we maintain our speed through these ramps. Otherwise, we would get stopped by some CD93 physics. But we're gonna head to the bad future here. Roll through some more enemies with this invincibility. And if we're lucky, very nice, roll through that caterpillar and to the end of the stage.
That was some really smooth movement.
It is, and this is Quartz Quadrant especially is very, very movement based. We'll also see that with when we get to Wacky Workbench. These are very technical stages, very much relying on your reaction time. But we're not quite there yet. Now we're in Quartz Quadrant 2. We're going to weave up and down and all around through these little tunnels and crevices. We are going to get these speed shoes. We're going to do a short hop here. Basically just means we're not doing a full jump, which allows us to go a little bit lower to get under those rocks. We're going to grab this, bounce off of the shield blocks all the way to the top of the area, and head straight to the goal sign.
Yeah, it's like it's actually pretty neat to see Amy in this game because I do run CD as well, but I actually run the 93 version.
Yeah.
And sometimes the 2011 version. So it's actually pretty interesting to see like what kind of things she can do in the restored one.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, that is what makes this unique because there is the Sonic Origins version of CD11, and while you know that Amy has their own moveset, we wanted to do something unique. We wanted to do something different, especially because we beat Origins by about a year and a half to getting CDR out. So it's funny, and something some people have pointed out is actually that this Amy's moveset resembles Sonic Superstars. That's what I was thinking of. Sonic Superstars. And so it's kind of funny that if you look at it side by side, Amy's moveset here and Amy and Superstars are very similar. But if you have anything to tell us, that'd be a good time. Donations, messages, whatever you got.
Yeah, sure. So we currently have a bid war going on for the character of Sonic Blast between Sonic and Knuckles. And currently Knuckles is in the lead with $51. Sonic is behind with $30. That run is coming up next. So if you'd like to contribute towards the cause, you feel free to do that by clicking the exclamation point donate in the chat. And yeah, we'll send it back to you.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. I know Knuckles isn't chuckling over there, but both of those characters are great. Sonic Blast is, one of those games that I think is, you just have to see the speedrun of it. Just, there's a lot of Sonic games like this that feel like just an optimized version of casual play, but there are other ones like Sonic Blast that, these are things that you would never do or figure out as a casual player that just make it very unique and fun to watch. And of course, donate to the cause. That's why we're all here. And yeah, finishing up Wacky Workbench 1. One of the more technical stages, like I had mentioned earlier. Fun fact, these score tallies are so long, they take up basically half of the runtime.
The glorious score countdowns.
Yes, score countdowns. But actually, we are going to, I'm gonna actually get a little quiet here for a second. I'm setting up for a trick called the Walking Mega Boing Boing, or the Wonder Mega Boing Boing if you're playing Sonic or Tails, discovered by another CD11 runner, actually Sonic Star. And hopefully you will see exactly why it's called that. There we go, and that's why we call it the Boing Boing. We're actually, if you're noticing, you're like, huh, this music doesn't belong here. That's because it doesn't. This is actually Metallic Madness Past. And that's one of the unique things about CDR is it's a completely customizable soundtrack. And because it ever so happens that counting the first couple of measures of Metallic Madness Past makes that trick consistent, it's just kind of a fun way to show off the unique soundtrack. heading into Wacky 3. We're gonna jump down here, roll off of this ramp, and get into the boss arena fairly quickly. Something you're gonna actually notice here if you play this game casually is that I am able to just wail on Eggman without phasing through him. That is something that we've restored from CD93. We don't usually have in CD11. Normally, if you try to hit him back to back to back, you would just phase right through him, and that's no fun. It is fun to beat up on Eggman, so we're going to do that because we can. I'm gonna avoid these spikes here. Get up here. And we're actually gonna see Eggman's very shortly. We're gonna see Eggman's very own speedrunning technique, and that is the egg peel out. Just charging it up here. Oh, and he's just a little bit faster than us. That's just the power of the egg peel out.
Too fast.
Alrighty, this is Stardust Speedway 1. I'm not going to talk much here, mostly because this is a stage that we call commentator skip. And we call that for good reason. And that reason is because there is so much happening so quickly that even myself, who's been playing this game for years and years, trying to talk and explain everything that's going on is not going to be able to keep up. This game is just too fast.
I blinked and I missed it.
That's what it feels like. That is what it feels like. It's like that's why we don't even try to commentate, because we know that it's gone. It's gone. Suddenly the goal sign is just there. Pretty similar story as we head to Stardust 2. We are gonna roll off that ramp, back tap here, to get up on this S shape. Do a boost jump where we basically bonk our heads to get some crazy speed. Jump over those gaps and hold right here. And we actually are going to tap up right here to skip that last little part of the tube maze. You can actually just hold up. And that's actually one of those fun tricks that if you play Sonic CD Restored at home, that you could try out for yourself.
Very good. That's awesome.
Indeed, and we are now heading into the one, the only Stardust Speedway 3 for the Metal Sonic fight, slash race, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this stage has been increased in difficulty significantly. The chasing Eggman has been sped up quite a bit to his CD93 speed, making this an actual challenge. And because of that challenge, I will be donating $5 for every time, if I end up dying, every time I die on this stage. But speaking of donations, do you have any donations or messages for us?
At the moment, we don't have any new donations, but we do have some prizes for this. So if you donate to our awesome cause today, we got some prizes here, such as the Sonic Adventure statue from First Four Figures with a $30 donation. We also have a Breaking the Habit wristband and pin set, which are silicone wristbands engraved with the charity name, logo, 988 suicide hotline phone number, as well as a brand new BTH logo and animal pin for a $5 donation. We also have Silent Hill 4 remake for the PS5. And if the winner wants a Steam copy instead, that can be arranged as well. So that is a $20 donation. And the grand prize, which includes the Legend of Zelda Switch OLED bundle with Tears of the Kingdom Special Edition, Tears of the Kingdom Special Edition controller, the Link's Awakening amiibo, Wind Waker, Toon Zelda amiibo, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and Echoes of Wisdom for a $200 cumulative donation. So you can do like $5 donation now, 10 later, what have you, and you can be eligible to win that prize. So yeah, that's all the prizes we have for that. We'll take it back to you.
Awesome. Yeah, no, those sound like some amazing prizes. And of course, you know, we're donating to a good cause. And we are finishing up real quick here. Metallic Madness 1 and heading to Metallic Madness 2. This is actually one of my favorite stages in the run, just because it is one of the stages that we don't solve in a way that many people expect. So we're gonna jump over these pistons, get up here to the left side, get on this red spring, get on this piston over here to the left. We're gonna charge up a spin dash, let it go, bounce off that red spring, and once again, get on the ceiling. Very much a theme in this run. We're gonna jump over this gap here, and we're gonna run into this Bob-omb from Mario 64. Don't know what he's doing in a Sonic game. Get on the ceiling once more, and spin dash, finishing the stage. Fun fact, doing that last trick crashes the game, if you do it in CD93. But as a fun Easter egg, CD11 and thus CD Restored have kept it in, as it no longer crashes. And we are heading into the final stage of the game. This is Metallic Madness 3 / Final Fever, whatever you would like to call it. We're gonna navigate over this pit of doom here, if you would like to cooperate with me, and land on the magic pixel there. Normally you would just fall back into the pit, but actually that's not intended. And in CD93 they give you a single pixel to stand on, and so we've brought that back for CDR. And we are heading into the final boss, the one, the only, the D-pad of doom. No, that's not actually what it's called. I wish that was what it was called, but unfortunately, no, this is the Psycho Egg. We are going to set up for a trick here called Double Hit, where if we get lucky... Yes! We are able to hit 2 of his spins off within the first cycle. Saves about 10 seconds. And we're gonna play dodgeball here really fast. There we go. Wow, that was rude, Dr. Eggman. How dare you hit me?
That's not nice.
Time is going to be coming up here fairly shortly, when Eggman begins to explode. And that'll be coming up here in 3, 2, 1. That's time.
Yo, GG's on that. That is an awesome run.
Thank you. Yeah, no. We have one last thing. I won't make us sit through the whole cutscene. We get this way past cool screen if you beat the game in under 15 minutes. And the auto splitter, a 13 flat. That is a very good time. This is the auto splitter screen. This is another thing unique to Sonic CD Restored. It tells you all the things that you need to submit to speedrun.com. It has your splits, your time stones, your childhood phone number, your mother's social security number, your father's last name. You know, all the things that you need to submit to speedrun.com. But yeah, this is how we time the game. If this is something that you wanted to get into, SRC page, get on our Discord. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, thank you all so much for having me. I do have a handful of shout outs before we go. Of course, my name is FawkesRocks. And just shout out to some of our wonderful community members who hang out with us, who found routes, helped develop with the game, and make all of this possible. That is going to be your Frogger Pogger, Saulo and Andre, Von Ryder, Zahar, April Samurai, Speedster, Nico Pico, Driven, Matsukari, Temporal Magician, Nick Bush 24, Foxy Boy VR, Lenny GG, Sayaku, NTH, and Inception Kitten. Of course, thank you so much to Breaking the Habit for having us here and supporting such a wonderful charity. And thank you, the viewer, for watching. And of course, y'all should stick around because I hear there are plenty more awesome runs throughout the rest of the day.
That's right, because coming up next, we got Broken Hyperlink running a Sonic Blast, and we still have that character Bid War. I think we're going to be closing that very shortly, so we do have Knuckles in the lead currently with $51, followed by Sonic with 30. So this is your last call to kind of have a swerve in there and see if we can get Sonic picked instead of Knuckles. But personally for me, I like Knuckles. I would love to see a Knuckles run to this, so the choice is yours, folks. And yeah, thank you again, FawkesRocks, for that amazing run of Sonic CD Restored with Amy. And yeah, just as we mentioned, we got Broken Hyperleague coming up next, so stay tuned for that, folks.